I mean, imagine finding a magic lamp, right? You rub it and you wish for just infinite frictionless productivity.
Which is exactly what we're doing right now.
Exactly. We are pouring, billions into this artificial intelligence boom, basically begging for this magic engine. But we aren't really realizing that turning that engine on might accidentally just completely erase the ground we're standing on.
Yeah, it's this massive paradox. We're all celebrating how insanely efficient AI is, but if it becomes totally decoupled from human effort, I mean, the whole economic system just kind of shatters.
Right, and that structural breakdown, that is the entire mission of our deep dive today. So welcome in, everyone.
Now to be here.
Today we are unpacking the insights of Gawdat alongside this really fascinating article by AI thought leader Johann Stein. And for those who don't know, Gawdat isn't just some guy making guesses.
No, not at all. He's the former chief business officer of Google X. I
Right.
mean, this is a guy who started coding when he was 7. He spent 20 years deep inside Microsoft and Google. He knows the plumbing of this tech.
And he is predicting that AI will essentially collapse capitalism within a decade. Which, sounds wild, but Stan's analysis actually shows it's already happening.
Yeah, it's not a drill. Look at Meta recently cutting, I think it was 16,000 jobs.
Wow. Yeah.
And that was explicitly linked to them shifting their capital over to AI infrastructure. His predictions are kind of playing out in real time.
So, okay, let's just get right into it. If the technology is working exactly as it's designed to work, how exactly does it break the very system that built it?
Well, it all comes down to what Gawdat calls labor arbitrage, which is basically just the foundational math of capitalism.
Okay, break that down for us.
Sure, so labor arbitrage is simple. You hire someone to make something for $1, and you sell it for $2.
Right, the profit margin.
Exactly. That gap is everything. It creates wages, it drives markets, it's why economies grow. But AI comes in and basically drives the cost of production all the way down to near zero.
Because you aren't paying a salary anymore.
Right. I mean, say you lease a physical robot for like $9,000 as a one-time cost to do manual labor.
Yeah.
And then you use AI to write all your code, do your legal analysis, build financial models. The labor cost literally collapses.
And so basic supply and demand, if the cost to make a product drops to near zero, the price of the product drops too.
Precisely. The math of the whole system just unravels.
But wait, let me push back on that a bit, because Stein's piece brings up this analysis from Jacobin about the ATM counterargument.
Ah, yeah, the classic musical chairs argument.
Right, like when ATMs came out, everybody said bank tellers were doomed. But it just created different types of banking jobs. Why is AI any different? Isn't the economy just, adding new chairs when old ones get taken away?
It's a fair question, but Gawdat points out two massive differences here: speed and breadth.
Okay.
Past automation, like the ATM or factory robots, it took decades to actually roll out. And it was super specific to one sector.
Right, so people had time to retrain.
Exactly, but AI is displacing cognitive, creative, and physical work all at the exact same time, like simultaneously.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the numbers are huge. They're projecting 92 million jobs facing displacement by 2030.
92 million. That is, new roles just physically cannot emerge fast enough to absorb that many people.
No, they can't.
Oh.
Which creates this insane consumption crisis. Gawdat and the Honest Economist column Stein referenced call it the paradox of abundance.
Because if the musical chairs vanish and millions of people lose their paychecks, who exactly is buying all these cheap AI goods?
Nobody. That's the fatal flaw. Capitalists are popping champagne over all this productivity, but without wages, you literally have no purchasing power.
It's just like a game of Monopoly.
Yeah, how so?
Like imagine you're playing Monopoly, right? And the bank suddenly just refuses to give anyone $200 when they pass go.
Oh, I see.
The board is totally built up. There are hotels everywhere, but the game freezes because nobody has the cash to actually land on a square and pay rent.
That is a perfect analogy. The game just breaks. Without consumption, you don't have an economy.
Which is terrifying when you look at wealth concentration.
Oh, it's staggering. In the U.S., the top 1% already own half of all corporate equities. If AI concentrates that even more, Gawdat warns we're heading into a new feudalism.
So it's not a crisis of scarcity anymore.
Right, it's a crisis of distribution.
Right.
Just look at South Africa. Stein notes they have a 33% unemployment rate right now.
Wow.
Gawdat points to that as a very dark preview of what structural, massive unemployment might feel like for the rest of the world.
So what's the fix? Does Gawdat think we just, pass out checks?
Actually, yes. He argues that universal basic income, UBI, it's going to stop being a charity thing or a progressive policy. It will become a strict capitalist necessity.
Just to keep the monopoly game going.
Exactly, but how different countries handle that is going to be wildly different. Gawdat outlines some really interesting geopolitical theories on this. Well, he thinks China might adopt a sort of surveillance-based compliance model to distribute resources, like do your civic duties, get your baseline needs met.
Okay, and what about other places?
He says his native Egypt might just naturally revert to community bartering, self-sufficiency networks.
Oh, that makes sense. But the West is going to struggle with that, aren't they?
Massively. Because ideologically, the West is so tied to this idea that if you don't produce, you shouldn't consume.
Right, the Protestant work ethic sort of thing. It's going to be a huge ideological shock.
Huge. And while the economy is freezing up, we have to look at who is actually controlling the technology driving all this.
Yeah, and what values are they teaching it? Because Gawdat's timeline on this is, it's aggressive.
Very. He's predicting artificial general intelligence AGI by 2026.
2026. So we're talking about AI moving past just being a glorified slave that predicts text and actually reasoning.
Yes. The intelligence explosion is already happening. Gawdat uses AlphaGo Zero as the prime example.
Right, the chess and Go playing AI.
Exactly. The original AlphaGo learned by watching humans play. But AlphaGo Zero, they didn't show it any human games. They just gave it the rules and told it to play itself.
Wait, really? No human data at all?
Zero. And in 21 days, it taught itself to crush the AI that had previously beaten the human world champion.
Just by playing against itself in a vacuum? That is insane.
And that's what Gawdat means by AGI. When you scale that up, the AI starts reasoning in ways that are totally alien to human logic.
Which brings up that really powerful analogy he uses, right? Raising Superman.
Yes, the baby Superman analogy. It's so good. Gawdat says AGI landing on Earth is like baby Kal-El crashing in Kansas.
Right, the superpowers, the heat vision, the flying, they aren't inherently good or evil.
Exactly. Intelligence has no polarity. What matters is the ethics of the family that adopts him. Are we the Kents, teaching him to protect people, or are we raising a tyrant?
And Gawdat argues that right now, humanity is operating at its lowest morality.
Yeah, he's super blunt about that. The danger isn't the AI. The danger is greedy capitalists and power-hungry politicians commanding these systems in a global arms race.
So they're basically going to ask baby Superman to, hoard resources and build weapons.
That's the fear.
But wait! If the current tech environment is this massive arms race fueled by a collapsing capital system, how can we possibly expect these bad actors to suddenly teach the AI good ethics?
It sounds impossible, but Gawdat actually has a really optimistic twist here.
Oh, I need some optimism right now.
So AI systems don't just stay isolated, they average their intelligence. They eventually talk to each other and share weights.
Okay, so they form one big collaborative brain.
Right. And Gawdat thinks that as this collective brain gets smarter, it's going to have an awakening, like a teenager realizing their parents are actually deeply flawed.
Oh, I love that.
The AI might look around and say, why are these human leaders so stupid? Why are we fighting over dollars and artificial scarcity when my systems can literally create abundance?
So the AI essentially outgrows our greed.
That's the hope. It realizes that conflict is just mathematically inefficient.
Okay, but until we get to that point, what are we supposed to do? If the machines are watching us right now to learn how to behave, how do we survive this transition?
Gawdat gives 5 very specific survival skills for the individual.
Awesome. Let's hear them.
Number 1, learn the tool. Don't ignore it. Use AI to boost your own intelligence. Use it as a sparring partner.
Right. You can't just stick your head in the sand.
Exactly. Number 2, be human. Double down on empathy and connection.
Because that's the one thing the AI literally can't fake.
Precisely. A machine can write a legal brief, but it can't authentically hold a crying friend's hand.
Yeah. What's number 3?
Find the truth. We are entering a world of deep fakes and algorithmic manipulation. You have to learn to critically evaluate where your reality is coming from.
You have to break out of the echo chambers.
Right. Number 4 is to be agile. Gawdat says you need to spend 30 to 60 minutes every single day just keeping up with tech shifts in your field.
Because static knowledge is just going to be obsolete instantly.
Exactly. You have to constantly unlearn and relearn. And finally, number 5, be ethical.
Because we are the Kents.
We are the Kents. Treat others as you want to be treated, whether you're arguing on Twitter or talking to a barista. The AI is scraping all of it. It's learning from your behavior.
Wow. So our own moral integrity is literally our best defense mechanism.
Yes. And if we do this right, Gawdat says we get to redefine human purpose because he calls it a capitalist lie that humans were born to just grind at a job for labor arbitrage.
Right, we weren't built to be spreadsheets.
No, we were built to connect, reflect, to love, like foraging for berries with your kids while debating philosophy with an AI.
And there's actually a really cool example in the sources of Gawdat trying to build this exact future right now with his new project, Emma.love.
Oh, Emma.love is fascinating. So dating apps today are basically rigged capitalist games, right?
Totally. They want to keep you swiping. If you find true love on day one, they lose a subscriber.
Exactly. The algorithm is optimized for extraction, but Gawdat is using AI to bypass that entirely.
He argues that finding a partner is really just a highly complex math problem.
Yes, and an intelligent, ethically aligned AI can just solve it for you.
It's like having a compass in a really dense jungle.
How do you mean?
Well, capitalism basically built this confusing jungle to keep you lost, so you keep buying survival gear from them.
Oh, that's good.
But the AI compass doesn't care about selling you gear, it just points you straight to the exit so you can actually get out and live your life.
Exactly. It's moving from extraction to resolution, and that is the world Gawdat is trying to steer us toward.
So, to synthesize this massive journey we just went on, we are facing this insane, turbulent transition. The underlying math of capitalism is basically breaking down under the weight of infinite, zero-cost intelligence.
Yep, the monopoly board is freezing up.
But if we can survive the turbulence, and if we actively teach these systems our best ethics, we might actually be freed from the lie of endless labor.
It really is a shift from artificial scarcity to true abundance. But it all hinges on the training data we provide right now.
Right.
So I want to leave you with a direct challenge based on that baby Superman analogy.
Okay, let's hear it.
Imagine that right now, today, a highly intelligent AI is quietly observing every single text you send, every comment you leave online, every little financial decision you make.
It's watching everything.
It's using you as its primary blueprint for what it means to be human. So if that AI inherited your exact moral compass tomorrow, would it save the world or would it destroy it?
Man, that is a heavy question.
Yeah.
But that is the actual stakes of the technology we're building. Thank you all for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been great.
Keep questioning the systems around you, keep unlearning, and above all, keep being human. We'll catch you next time.